here to throw nobody under the bus. They keep on saying this fight's going to happen. And once again, this fight may happen, but further down the future, they said the fight was going to happen.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So what you just heard was the voice of retired, legendary, iconic, Hall of Fame superstar boxer, turned founder and promoter of Mayweather Promotions, 5-division world champion, former pound-for-pound king, pay-per-view king, the man known as Money, Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. 50 wins, no loss and no draw, 27 big wins by way of knockout, 5'8" with a 72-inch arm reach. Floyd Mayweather, he reiterates and weighs in on the highly anticipated welterweight undisputed showdown between undefeated, unified 3-belt WBC, WBA, IBF welterweight world champion, who is widely considered by many to be top 2, if not number 1, definitely top 5 best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, and ERROL the True Spence Jr. 28 wins, no loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout, 32 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach, and undefeated 3-division world champion, former undisputed junior welterweight world champion, currently the reigning WBO, World Boxing Organization welterweight world champion, who is widely considered by many to be the number 1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, in Terence Bud Crawford. Terence Crawford is 38 wins, no loss, no draw, 29 wins by way of knockout, 35 years of age, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. Okay? The fight didn't come to fruition. It's the highly anticipated welterweight showdown. It's the biggest fight in the sport of boxing, and it didn't come to fruition. Why? Because what I believe, there's no budget for this fight. Okay? VP of PBC, Premier Boxing Champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman, that being Tim Smith, he explained to the people that the budget is simply not there. January of this year, in January 7th, around that time of this year, Tim Smith explained to us there's simply no budget right now for Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, right? For the magnitude of this fight and for what the both guys want in purses, there's no budget for it. The money's not there. Then come to find out, as Errol Spence revealed and Terence Crawford revealed, in the negotiations, they have both verbally agreed to having no guaranteed money, no purses, nothing up front, okay? Which has never happened, okay, in a fight of this magnitude, okay? Even the smaller fighters get guaranteed purses up front, something up front. In this case, there's no purse. And for people that says, well, Floyd Mayweather don't know what he's talking about. Well, as Errol Spence has stated, he confides in Al Heyman, okay? As Terence Crawford stated that they had a hedge fund, 2 investment groups, that was willing to put up $50 million, $25 million guaranteed. Errol Spence said he had to take that back to Al Heyman, and Terence Crawford said he took it to Al Heyman, and Al Heyman told him, well, I'm not letting anybody take control of this fight, right? And Errol Spence then says, well, that is true. You did bring that to our attention, but you never revealed any names, right, as to who it is. If the money is guaranteed and is there, it really shouldn't matter where it comes from, because does ESPN, who pays Top Rank, explain to Top Rank where ESPN got the money from, right? Does PBC explain where they got the money from? No, but nonetheless, that was the case, right? But Floyd Mayweather then told us in July that this fight is not happening. He said that it's not time. Exact Floyd Mayweather's actual words. It wasn't time for this fight to happen. It needed to marinate more. It needed to build up more. Then in October, once again, as you just heard, he reiterated again, it's not happening down in the future. Errol Spence explained that a few weeks before Terence Crawford announced his partnership with BLK Prime and that he was fighting welterweight title contender, Armenian Russian star boxer David Avanesian, that 2 weeks prior to that, they sent Terence Crawford a revised contract with everything he was looking for, right, to stage the fight in 2023, which means the fight was not happening this year. as Tim Smith had told us early at the first month of the year. January is the first month of the year for us here in the States. He told us that the money wasn't there. The funds wasn't there, okay? And then you have Floyd Mayweather come out twice. And now to back that up, Floyd Mayweather tells you about his relationship with Al Haymon, okay? And he explains that if anybody knows about this situation, it would be him.
Once again, me and Al Haymon is business partners. Me and Al Haymon speak every day. So no one can say I'm with Floyd Mayweather, but I'm not with Al Haymon. No one can say I'm with Al Haymon, but I'm not with Floyd Mayweather. We're one. So if you see the Mayweather Promotions banner or you see the PBC banner, know that it got something to do with Mayweather at the end of the day and Haymon.
Why is that? I don't understand.
So you hear what he said, that, you know, he clearly knows and he's clearly aware, right, of what's going on behind the scenes. And nobody could tell him better because he has a close relationship with Al Haymon. So there you have it. The fight wasn't going to happen this year because of the funds. So you have people playing the blame game, right, and saying, well, you know, it's Terence Crawford that didn't want the fight, or it's Errol Spence that didn't want the fight, right? The end of the day, Showtime president of sports, Stephen Espinosa, and Showtime is going through some turmoil and some issues. The funds is not there. Fox has seemed to have backed up off the PBC, right now. They're not showcasing many fights. How many fights did Fox showcase this year? We had, and they're all on pay-per-views, right? So we had Luis Ortiz versus Andy Ruiz, pay-per-view. We had Charles Martin versus Luis Ortiz, pay-per-view, right? And so these fights are not pay-per-view worthy fights. These fights should not be on pay-per-view. But yet they was on pay-per-view. Why? Because they need to recoup the money, right? But even those fighters got an upfront guaranteed purse. Nonetheless, Deontay Wilder fought on Fox this year, okay, when he fought Robert Helenius October 15th. And it reportedly did 77,000 pay-per-views because the piracy is at an all-time high and the funds is just not there. As Showtime is going through, again, turmoil. So Tim Smith has told us a fight of this magnitude, this is a huge fight, okay? There is no funds. There is no money for the fight to take place, okay? They can't pay the purses, so they're banking on you, the fans, to support it. But with the piracy at an all-time high, they can't trust that the fans are going to support it. And they don't want to put on a fight of this magnitude, and it just absolutely flops. And then they can't pay these fighters well like they should. Okay? So when Terence Crawford says there's two hedge funds, that's something that needs to be looked into, right? And now, obviously, he had his reason. There's reports that Jay-Z was willing to put up, you know, money to support Terence Crawford Errol Spence fight. He was one of the silent partners that would put up the money, the purses for this Terence Crawford Errol Spence fight. But it was turned down, right? As I told you guys, PBC wanted this fight to be in-house. Hence the reason why they continue to push former unified WBC, WBA welterweight world champion, superstar boxer Keith one-time Thurman, 30 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout, 5'8" with a 69-inch arm reach, on Errol Spence, although Errol Spence continues to say he has no interest in fighting Keith Thurman. Continues to tell you he has zero interest in fighting Keith Thurman. Zero. Okay, so with that said, the PBC puts up 2 separate posts. In February, they put up a poll after Keith Thurman defeated Mario Barrios, February 5th of this year. They put up a poll, who wants to see Errol Spence, Terence Crawford? Errol Spence shunned that off, right? Then after Errol Spence beat Yadena Sugas, another poll was put up. Who wants to see this fight? To which Errol Spence responds and says, and at the PBC, PBC needs to take the L out of Lover. He added his own company and says they need to take the L out of Lover. It's over. I'm not fighting Keith Thurman. Then Errol Spence says, I'm standing on my words. If I say no, I mean no. I'm not fighting Keith Thurman. But this continues to pop up. Errol Spence fighting Keith Thurman. And even to now, to this day, it's being rumored and reported that he's going to fight Keith Thurman December 17th. Because it's an in-house fight. Keith Thurman trusts the model. Errol Spence trusts the model because they've been under that banner. That's why. So Floyd Mayweather told you from the very beginning, in July and in October, 2 separate occasions, it's not happening. If they was negotiating and Terence Crawford was dragging his feet in July, that don't make sense. Why didn't he ever come out, Floyd Mayweather come out and say, well, Terence Crawford is dragging his feet, so he ain't trying to make the fight happen? Because he ain't with the PBC. He let it be known when Manny Pacquiao was dragging his feet. He let it be known in negotiations with Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez. Floyd Mayweather don't have an issue with letting them know if there's an issue. So why wouldn't Floyd Mayweather come out and say, in July, tell you the fight is not happening no time soon? Down, maybe in the future, is not ready. Floyd Mayweather told you in July that this fight needed to marinate some more. In July, he told you this. But yet, we continue to say it's Terence Crawford's fault. Tim Smith told us, the VP, Vice President of PBC Operations, told us in January that the funds is not there for this fight. Although I had hope, high hopes, and the fans had high hopes. This is not on Errol Spence and definitely not on Terence Crawford. This is on the powers that be, the suits behind the scenes that didn't want this fight to come to fruition because the funds is just simply not there to back it, period. And that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.